Body Slam Media Production, YouTube, Tom Prichard Seminar. Check it out.
I don't know if you guys have ever been told these things or not, that it's little things that add up to the big things that mean everything. You have to learn how to talk. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn. We were just having lunch, man. A guy came over and I didn't finish one of my little flights. Just didn't finish. The guy came over to us. Oh, hey, man, can I get your trash or whatever the hell he said? No, don't care. So sure. And he saw the hammers. Oh, no, I'm going to get your food or something. So, can I have it? Sure, have it. Take it home. Then he comes back and says, hey, man, y'all wouldn't have to have $5. No, we spent it all on food. And then he went on to tell us about he was in the choir, and so was I. Amazing. He's the only guy in the choir. But me and another guy, we sing in the choir too. Yeah. We had that much in common. And he was going to stand there and talk to us until he got sick of my shit and walked away.
Choir too.
Yeah. So, really, it's a work everywhere you go, and you practice that enough times, it's amazing. You start believing in yourself. And that's what you have to do when you come out. You got to believe. The butterfly was a butterfly last night. He got in the ring, took his shit off, and said, fuck you, I'm still a butterfly. You know what I mean? And he was there with it. And I felt it. So you can watch some of the guys from the past, read about some of the guys from the past. Dr. Jerry Graham. Anybody know who Dr. Jerry Graham was? He was Vince McMahon's favorite wrestler growing up. The guy you're watching now producing all this stuff. Dyed his hair when he was 16, got to ride around with Dr. Jerry Graham in a convertible. This is the 1950s. And learn from this guy and listen to this guy. The first time I met Dr. Jerry Graham in Los Angeles, he's sitting in the dressing room drunk as shit, and I walk in, I know who he is, but he's a legend. His mom died in the hospital, and he went to the hospital, got his mother out of wherever they kept the dead people, was carrying her down the hall. They called the cops on him. He sent 3 cops to jail, or the hospital went to jail. Look it up on Google. Dr. Jerry Graham. He was crazy. He was a legit character. Crazy. They used to light cigars with $100 bills back then. Crazy. I wasn't there. That's just a story. It was getting me to get in the way of a good story. But supposedly they really did. Dusty Rhodes started out with braces on his legs. Dusty Rhodes had a lift his whole life. Dusty Rhodes was always pudgy. He was never a bodybuilder, if you will. But Dusty Rhodes was all his fat hanging off him and that birthmark right there and all that stuff. One of the biggest stars in the business because he had charisma. He knew how to project, he knew how to get people into it. He knew how to draw people in. That's the key to this business. Not just cutting promos, but when you're in the ring, you have to still communicate. Who are you? That's what I'm saying, man. RBJ N203 12 or 2D2. I'm telling you, man. You've got something there. When you're talking about, okay, people want to laugh at me when they talk to me. Okay. You want to make fun of me? It's okay. I've been making fun of my whole life. And then I'm the one laughing. I'm going to step between the rings. That's okay. Because you think my voice is going to communicate to your head what I do? That's okay. Everything's okay. I'm in charge. Dusty Rhodes made so many classic promos that you would look back and go, what did he say? And you realize. The Hard Times promo, I highly suggest you guys find it because it's up and he's talking and I need you right now. Put your hand on the television and come with me because I'm doing it for you. Ric Flair, he put American institution on the ship and America nothing but a man. There's only 2 of the baddest men in the world, John Wayne and he's dead, the other one's right here, the American Dream. Shit. He believes it, and because it's real. When he walked in, brother, he might have been a blonde-haired, 350-pound weight. But you wouldn't say that to his face. because he believed he was the best and he wouldn't back down. He believed he wouldn't back down. I pissed him off so bad one time. We were in Tampa, and I was out in another ring doing something with some guys, and I was talking to them, kind of like I'm doing now. I was explaining something about what happened the night before. Dream walked through the arena and said, "Hey, Doc, come on, get these matches going. I need a match in the ring." I said, "I got a match. My ass in your face," as he's walking in the office. Thinking he didn't hear me. Hoping he didn't hear me. But he heard me. So he had left already the next morning. I'm in the office. He walks through the office this time. Gets there early. So, "Hey, Dream." Doesn't say a word. "Oh, shit." What's the shit happen? Comes back out. "Oh, yeah, I heard you just said, motherfucker, yeah. Hall of Famer, fucking yeah. Your ass my face. Fuck you, motherfucker." Yeah. He was hot. And he had all the divas come in and hug me because at that time we had divas. We didn't have women wrestlers. We had divas. And it wasn't that I didn't like the divas. It's just that this ain't an easy business. And for sometimes, for women it's even harder. And the ones who sometimes go, "Oh, my nails, I just can't train them. You see this chip." I mean, sometimes I just went, "Oh, God, I love this train." So he made sure every diva came in and gave me a big hug. Say good morning. So I had to go in and apologize because the American dream is the American dream. Dusty Rhodes is Dusty Rhodes. He's not Virgil Runnels. He's Dusty Rhodes. And when he starts talking to you, he's going to talk to you. He's going to tell you a story too. You talk first. Go ahead. Give me a topic, because whatever you say, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to run with it. But you can do that. And you learn how to talk to him about it. And we do a deal too. We sometimes just give you a topic. Like concrete. Can you cut a promo about concrete? Do it. No, you need a stage to stand on. You can't do it from below with the commoners. You are going to be standing here telling them about concrete.
Get in there, man.
You got this. Always. Come on. Stage right here. Your hard camera's right there. Concrete. What about concrete for 1 minute to make you really want to listen?
Growing up as a mixed martial artist, you gotta face a lot. Out there in the jungle, it's wild. You got animals, you got mosquitoes, you got bugs, you got all the things that you don't like. But out here in the city, good old concrete, you ain't gotta worry about that. You ain't gotta worry about snakes. But they call it the concrete jungle for a reason. See, instead of worrying about the snakes and the animals, bugs, you gotta worry about the people. You gotta worry about the people walking on the streets. You gotta worry about the construction workers. What do construction workers do? I don't know. They build shit, I guess. Whatever. But I know one thing they do. They pour concrete. If you keep playing with me, I'm gonna put your head in the concrete. Because that's what I do.
Word.
So who's your favorite actor? You have one?
I don't.
Right. What's the last movie you saw?
Well, yeah, I think I'll take that back. Ryan Reynolds.
Who?
Ryan Reynolds.
Why?
Deadpool. It's funny, man. I love Ryan Reynolds. George Clooney, he tells the
Shit,
story.
okay, man. Hey, I tell you, all right, man. No, he's great. It's the best I've ever seen. I believe you, man. I just haven't had time, you know, my busy schedule. But boy, as soon as I get the time, I'm with Deadpool 1 and 2 together. It's a marathon.
And X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Which one?
Hey, hey, hey.
was a filter, bro. You did it.
Hey, wherever you draw your inspiration is great.
Just don't throw X-Pac.
No. Wherever you get some ideas or inspiration is great. People may say, oh, you trying to be like Ryan Reynolds. No, but you're trying to be like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, maybe. But I'm going to develop it in your own. But you take some traits from this guy. He's a smart ass. Take some traits from this guy. He's got some cool shit. Take some traits from this person. Put them together. Find out. Try some stuff. You've got to be bold. You've got to have confidence. You've got to have confidence. Number one. You got to believe. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe you can do this. You got to believe, but you got to know how to do it. You know, when you're asking me about playing a character, portraying something that you're not, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying for the moment you've got to become that. You know, when you hear about Joaquin Phoenix, did you see the Joker? Did you see the Joker, man?
I did.
You did. What did you think? Don't ask anybody. I'm asking you. Everybody else. I'm asking you.
It's a great psychological movie.
Wait. Let me ask you this: was it a dream, or did those events actually happen, or was it a dream? Like, you know, they showed it in the end where he's in the office, right? Was it a dream or not?
I mean, hey, some of it happened, some of it didn't.
Okay, so
His
was it a dream
girlfriend,
or not?
that was a dream.
Because he shot a talk show host, and no cops came and got him. It was almost like bam, bam, bam. Okay, you walk away. Bam, bam. Okay, so then I can see. Then it's all back where he's back in the cycle. So for me, it kind of left an interpretation. Was it a dream? Did these things happen? Or what was the comic book? That's the same thing with wrestling. It's like, is it real or is it not? Does everybody know who Kamala is?
Yeah.
Kamala. James Harris.
I had nightmares about it when I was a kid. I swear to God.
Right.
Him and Akbar.
Right.
Chasing me with that damn fire hose.
Yes.
I hit the culvert. I told Ak that story years later, and he laughed.
And what a great man he was.
He's
What a great guy.
I was scared to death, both of them.
Yes. Kamala, who was from the deep, dark jungles of Uganda, had to drive sometimes to the town. How in the world does Kamala get a driver's license? So you know what he used to do? Especially when you drive up to the town and there were people outside, he'd start driving crazy. And when he'd back up, when he'd leave, he'd start driving like running over shit and like he didn't know how to drive.
Stop working.
It never stopped working, but you felt the character. He was that character. We talked, I don't know if I said this yesterday or not, but about Nikita. He had the Russian accent the whole time, even if they back in the dressing room, but I don't have to get fed, but I'm going to get fed. That kind of shit. Ric Flair always lived the gimmick. I'm not suggesting, yes I am. Yes. I am suggesting. Because the more real it is, the more you're going to feel it. But you got to know who it is. You got to know what it is. Jeff Hardy's Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy's Matt Hardy. There is no other Hulk Hogan. What makes Hulk Hogan Hulk Hogan? His confidence. The NWO or the NWO. I mean, don't come out and pretend. Find out. Find out. But you got to find out the history of the business too, because you can steal some of the shit. Does everybody know who Gorgeous George is? How do you know Gorgeous George without knowing Luke Hudson? Huh? What? Well, no, yeah, I was going to say Thaz was 7-time champion.
WWE champion. Video game. Mobile game.
Gorgeous George is?
Yeah, he's on the mobile game.
Okay, but he's not champion, is he?
Yeah. Supposed to be.
Wouldn't surprise me something.
Used to give out gold bombs.
Huh?
He used to give out gold bombs.
All right, so body language, appearance, everything you do in the ring. What I want to do, because has anybody ever worked in a ring bigger than this? What's the biggest ring you worked?
18 by 18.
Everybody's 18 by 18? 18-foot ring?
I've been in 20.
You know you gotta take extra steps. You don't think 2 feet matters, but it really does. So everything you do, you gotta be timed. That's why I was talking about the arm drag yesterday. It's time. So what I want to do, you have to be real careful. Who's working tonight? Okay, be careful. I want to get the guys who aren't working first. Who's not working? Who is not working tonight?
I'm not wrestling.
You got a rumble, is that working?
Yeah.
But I mean, first one in, first one out. I didn't even agree to the spot. Somebody just asked me on the
That kind of group has 22. Actually, you got a clause with
Seminar, baby. Body Slam Media Productions. Check it out on YouTube.
You the kid now.
What clause? All right. So, here's what I want to do. It's a real simple thing, real simple spot, but it's all about time. So, we're going to lock up.
Hey, got some broomstick. Broomstick round. Walk and talk, brother.
All right, here's what we're going to do, just for time. We're going to lock up. You're going to grab a headlock. Take him over. No head scissors. It's good. Work your way up. He's going to shoot you off from crisscross. You're going to drop down. I want to do something in there with leapfrog. So we'll drop down. You'll leapfrog him. As he comes back, drop total. Like a drop total. So, gonna lock up, he's gonna grab a headlock on you, right away take over. You sit there for a second. In fact, here's what we'll do. Take him over, I want you to roll him back and try and pin him for one time, then you roll back, guys come up together. Shoot him off, crisscross. Hit one time. You'll drop down, leapfrog, drop, toe hold. So you gotta know how much space you have right here. So you can't go fast, slow down. So you want to drop toe hold right here in the middle of the ring, and you're gonna grab the arm. Grab your arm. Come up, get rid of it.
He does the takedown. He does the hand work up. I shoot him on.
Now you hit the ropes.
I hit the ropes with Chris.
He's gonna drop down. Leapfrog you.
Some drop back, I jump over.
Drop to hold. Okay. All right. So here we go. You're gonna take your time. Slow down. So you're gonna lock up, grab the headlock, just take him over. He's gonna lower you one time with your shoulder. All right. Good luck.
So I need to take down. I'm the one that's going to drop it down.
You want me to roll for you now?
Thinking about it, do it. Gotta move on.
Got it. Feels good.
If it don't work out, we'll fix it.
No, you'll be fine. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Now get your hand around his collar. Get your hand around his collar. Around his neck. Grab the headlock. Take him over. Take him over right away. Go. And then roll the shoulders back. Okay, you get it rolling. Roll the shoulders this way. Put your hand over his, between his legs.
Wait, am I rolling him up?
You're rolling him
Oh,
back. Oh. Put your hand, there you go. Now, put your hand over there. Now roll over. Watch you let go of the headlock. Keep the headlock. Roll over. Try to pin. One. You guys can come up. Now, stop. Go back down. Take the left leg out. Make this one. When you guys come up, you roll towards him, you lean back. Roll towards him. Lean back. But watch. I'm gonna grab a headlock. Wow! 1, 2, 3. Come back like this. Now watch. See it? Now he's gonna roll towards me. My left leg's out like this. So I'm gonna lean back, posting off each other. Perfect. Keep it with you. Yeah, keep it close to you, brother. Right here. Okay? Here we go. Step forward, so good. Good. Oh! Good. Try and roll him back. Wide shoulder. You can't have your hand on his shoulder. Good. Come on. Bring your leg. Head up. Okay. Shoot him off. Hit it up. No. For a Prichard, you're going to hit that once, hit this back, and then you drop down. Just 1, 2, drop down. Just because he wants you back that way doesn't mean. Stop! Lock up. Grab a headlock. Grab a headlock, now he'll shoot you off. Timing. Sorry. Okay?
I felt something get not loose with the rope.
What happened, man?
It got loose.
Yeah.
You guys got a cable underneath?
No, there's no way to put the tape on.
Something right?
I think they got the bottom, the top rope's on the bottom, the bottom rope's on the bottom.
That's how they go. They all maxed out. That's how they get
You did. I said this.
Yeah, this one needs
Yeah,
to be
do that.
top rope.
Yes, Jamie. I'm sorry. Bad joke. Huh? What? Yeah, you can start now. Shoelaces. Go. I want you to tell our camera about shoelaces.
But these shoelaces,
Hit!
and you can't get any shoelaces better than his. And I don't know without sounding. I don't know how to do it without sounding like I'm advertising shoelaces.
I beg your pardon?
I don't know how to do it without sounding like I'm advertising.
Hey, Jamie. How'd you learn how to drink water? How you gonna learn how to cut a promo like shoelaces? By cutting it. So, from what I understand, guys, the hardest part about shoelaces is changing the tip every month. Have you ever changed the tips of your shoelaces? Do you know how long it takes me to change the tips of my shoelaces? I have to sit down and first of all think of a strategy, the right way to do it, the right time to do it, the right day to do it, the right attitude to be in when I do it. You know why? Because those are the things that are going to tie my shoes to my feet so I don't slip out of them when I'm running. I don't walk out of them when I'm walking. You know how important that is? You know how important it is for me to get the right color to accent my shoes? Like you have red on blue. You think that's a fashion? That's a question. Do you think that's a fashion? Because I got a guy who has like multicolored shoelaces. He likes them. But he never wear blue shoes. That's a fashion. Have you ever changed the tips of your shoelaces? Why not? Why not? Why don't you even think about the need that some people in this country need to change their shoelaces and the tips? But it's all about you, I guess, right? Oh, it's all about how you feel. It's all about what you want to do. You can't. cut a promo about shoelaces. I find that hard to believe. A man of your stature. I think you cut a promo about anything. What about booster rockets? Thank you, Jim. That's my point. All right. Shoelaces. Get out of the ring, James. Think about shoelaces next time, all right? Hey, James, what's your favorite book? Huh? Why not?
I just thought it reasonably.
What's your favorite movie? Pardon me? White Chick? How come? On the bus, they're just bullshit. It's after shows over in Europe. Stephanie happened to be on the bus. They're just having fun, having a beer. And they say, "Oh, you freestyle, huh? Okay, yeah. 10 cans, man. Go." And he would go. And he wouldn't stop. Nobody could stump him. Nobody could stump him. He could talk about anything, anybody, even if he didn't know. He just believed he did. So, in that vein, you've got barbed wire. Ready? Go.
Barbed wire. That's the stuff to keep people out. Real prickly. Tear your skin up. Tear you to shreds. Won't even think about it. The thing about barbed wire is that it has a weakness. Tensile strength. You just have to find it. Find that piece in that barbed wire and anything can be broken. Something that can tear you to shreds can easily be broken. Like wire cutters. What does that mean? That translates into anybody on any given day can be beaten, no matter how tough they are. No matter how bad they may tear you to shreds, you can still beat them. Never stop bleeding, because even barbed wire, that harsh stuff, can be broken.
I remember a long time ago, I had a girlfriend. It was a contentious relationship. And I wasn't quite sure that I really wanted to be with her. It's one of those things that I thought, wow, she looks pretty good. My God, what a horrible, evil soul it really comes out to be. And I thought about it. It's kind of like being encased in barbed wire, where everywhere you turn, those sharp pieces of metal are gouging my skin. And it gets inside my soul, and I can feel it tear me apart. And I had to stop and think, with all the wind and rain around me, how do I get out of this? How do I break free of this strands of wire everywhere around me? And I looked up, and all I really said was, if you're real, prove it now. You know what happened? She walked in with a gun pointing at my head and said, "This is your last day." To which I replied, "Thank God, because I can't take any more of your shit." And she looked at me horrified, couldn't believe I'd say that, and walked out the door. It was that simple. It was that easy. And if you ever feel confined, if you ever feel like bits and pieces of wire tearing at your flesh, all you have to do is believe there's always a way to live. And there is. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It doesn't always have to be barbed wire. You know, it's like wire with barbs in it, right?
A lot of prisons have it and things like that. And I like barbed wire. In fact, I like corn on the cob. But, you know, you don't have to talk about the whole thing, just involve it in there. Jake the Snake Roberts would make the best promos because he would take you down. He would talk to you. You had to listen. And he told a story. It didn't necessarily involve wrestling, but it came right back around to wrestling. Who he was working with that night, who he was working with that week. How did it come around? He cuts a great promo on Ricky Steamboat. It's one of the other things we always write down. And I find it on YouTube, the show our guys. Watch the great promo guys, because they are the ones you're going to remember. And you know how to work too. But the work is out there. It's backstage. The work is in front of the camera. The work is a promo. The work is connected. Telling people a story. Telling people the story they want to hear. You have just begun. Green eggs and ham.
Oh, yeah, that's what I What's some hot sauce? Oh, man.
Green eggs.
Green eggs and ham. You know about green eggs and ham? I didn't ask you, I was asking her, man. You know about green eggs and ham?
Second grade.
I didn't say the story, but you know about green eggs and ham? Tell me that story. When you get away. How would that come across to you? Why would you even talk about that? Right?
No, I didn't say it.
I remember the last time I saw that no good rotten son of a gun. I tell you right now, it's just like almost a nursery rhyme to me. It's almost like life really wasn't that real to me at the time, because the guy actually wanted green eggs and ham for breakfast. But it wasn't just for breakfast. It was for dinner, for lunch, for snacks. Everything he wanted in life revolved around a stupid Dr. Seuss saying. A stupid Dr. Seuss book, green eggs and ham. But stop and think for just 1 second. There's people out there living in a fantasy world. People out there living with the fact or the realizations inside their head that there is such a thing as green eggs and ham. I don't want to disagree on you. I want to please. I made every effort I could to please this guy. I did everything in my power to produce green eggs and ham. Why? Why? That's the question I ask every single day of my life. And when I step in the ring, anybody across from me feels my rage, feels my fury, feels my pain because of doing what I had to do for a lousy son of a gun. Green eggs and ham? Not me, ma'am. Make it a story. Okay? Cool. Green eggs and ham it is.
I had dated this guy named Sam. He was a real asshole. Okay, he would just demand things all the time. I want this every day. I want that every day. I was forced to do everything every day. And he wouldn't ask me about it. He wouldn't be nice about it. He would literally demand me. He was a real weirdo, too. Everything was Dr. Seuss themed. He wanted cats. He wanted hats. He wanted everything. Every book imaginable. And I decided one day, I'm tired of it. I am so tired of the rudeness and the disrespect. So the last day, you know what I did? He asked for green eggs and ham. So, you know, I went in the kitchen and I made him his green eggs and ham, and I added a little ingredient to make it green. Don't ask me what it was, because, you know, that's really incriminating to myself. So when I fed him that green eggs and ham, just know that was the last thing he ever asked me for. And that was the last thing he ever asked anybody for. Now, I don't know where Sam is right now. Don't ask me those questions. Like I said, that's incriminating. But just know, never ask me to make some green eggs and ham.
Hey man, what was that green shit?
She hit his ass with that Incredible Hulk.
Have you seen the Martha Stewart Snoop Dogg commercial? Yeah. Yep. Purple penguin is purple penguin.
Hey!
When I was a little boy, went to the zoo. It's a class vacation, class trip. Just I don't know. It's a strange time in my life. I felt strange, body going through changes and everything. I was off by myself, staring at the penguins. And there was one strange penguin had a purple birthmark right on its belly. And I saw this penguin sitting off by himself, looked back towards my class, my friends, who I thought were my friends. And I didn't know what the significance was of this purple penguin. But something spoke to me. And that little penguin, he still went in the water, he still got his fish. He went, and when it was feeding time, he fought and took what he needed, even though he was on his own. From that day forward, I knew, even if I was by myself, I had to fight, take everything I had, just like that purple penguin. Just like purple.
Middle one from the bottom. Like these two have been swapped. There was a reason behind it, but I can't remember what it was.
That's cool. But I mean, do you need to do something to?
Well, the top can't tighten up anymore. They're at the most they can tighten. So unless we tried untighten every one of them and tried to fix it out, and it didn't do it.
What about the bottom one? Why don't we put the bottom one on top? But this is the bottom one now. Put this in the middle.
Because tech
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. You better
Even if this rope's broke somewhere in the cable,
Yeah, might as well be good.
Yeah, you got plenty of room right
but you
here.
they're all tight together.
Put it at the bottom.
Just switch the top and bottom. Yeah, you're just in
Yeah, we can try whatever gets to where I don't hurt my back.
This guy. This ring up by myself 3-4 times already.
Iceland Media Productions. Time Purchase Seminar. YouTube. Anyway. Alright, so 3 black guys died and went to heaven, right? This is a good Christian company. So 3 black guys died and went to heaven, right? You know, black guys are known for 3 things. Of course, being ridiculed by the police, stealing stuff, and smoking marijuana, right? Okay. So 3 black guys die, they go to heaven. Michael, who's guarding the pearly gates, he runs and goes see God. He goes, hey God, there's 3 black guys out here, and I don't know what to do with them. He's like, Michael, why are you being racist? This is heaven. Let them in. So Michael goes, okay, God. So he goes back to see the guys, and he looks around, and he runs back to God. He says, God, they're gone. The guy goes, who? The 3 black guys? He goes, no, the pearly gates.
Oh, they're still shit! Oh, man!
That's one of the jokes you have to be there for. Like, you had to be there for it.
Yeah, you gotta be there. You gotta be there to see it.
You never see it. I'm leaving you at the next one.
No, don't leave me.
No, don't leave me.
Don't leave me. That's fine, bro. He's like,
Seems like everybody's canceling WrestleMania.
yep. I cancelled my WWE subscription.
Huh?
My subscription's canceled.
For WrestleMania?
For everything.
Why?
Corona.
Yeah,
You got
that
YouTube.
too.
Hey, what's up? How you doing out there? How you doing? Stick around.
They can do what?
It's Brett. What?
They can YouTube it, right?
We got YouTube. Check
For
out
free.
Body Slam Media Productions on YouTube /.com. Kobe Rutland. Tell me who. We're Constantine.
Right there.
Oh yeah, right there. Right there.
All of it.
Group chat.
What would you do different?
Okay, so I would not have squashed.
What would you have done?
God, I hate him too, man.
Not what I've not.
God
What
damn.
would you have done different?
Me, I would have done different. Is I would have let the Fiend beat Goldberg for the title.
And then what? What are you going to do at WrestleMania?
I would have
Have Fiend and Roman.
Yeah, you have Fiend and Roman. You don't want Roman to lose because Roman's Vince's favorite. And kind of gets over, not really. Roman's better as a heel. Just being honest. Then you have Bray Wyatt.
Wait, hold on. Right now you're just being honest? You mean the rest of the time you haven't been? Damn! The rest of the time you've been lying to me, man. Right now you're being honest?
That joke never happened.
No, I'm still babyface. It's all good.
I'm still babyface. It's all great.
It's great.
Yeah.
So,
But what would you have done instead of putting Goldberg over? You would have had the Fiend beat him, and then what do you do to Mania? Obviously, I don't probably
oh, and Mania. Huh? Mania. I'd still have John Cena go against the Fiend at Mania.
Why?
Why not?
Okay, but why?
Revenge. It's just about the storyline, man. Look at the story.
What's the storyline? John's been out of the company.
The whole Firefly Funhouse. Come on,
Yeah, but John's been out of the company.
it doesn't matter. John did some very bad things, and he doesn't forget.
He what?
He doesn't forget. The Fiend does not forget. You
Oh, you know the Fiend that well. You guys have beer or?
I wish I could have beer with Wyndham. That'd be nice.
I don't know about that.
But I don't drink beer. So,
Well, then why would you wish to have a beer with Wyndham?
I mean, I just buy him drinks. Whatever.
You have to have stars. It makes no sense to have Fiend against Roman. You have to do this in the title. You have a race match. You can put the Fiend in John Cena. Then it makes sense. It doesn't make sense if you have a title. You have a new guy coming in taking the title. Even though he's an old guy, he's a superhero guy taking the title. Got his face. Another superhero guy. Dude,
I get it.
you don't even have no. They don't give a fuck about it. I'm telling you here's what it is. You have this guy, superhero. This guy, superhero. It's much more interesting than this guy with the belt. John Cena. And these guys are going here for nothing. At least you put the title on the line. Goldberg won't be here forever. But Roman goes over. Make Roman Goldberg, right?
Yeah, you don't put Roman over.
So that's what you want to do. You want to make your story.
Unless you want to give unless you're going to put Goldberg over and have John Cena beat the Fiend and have him to freaking.
Why would you do that?
Which is
It's
retarded.
not what's going on right now.
Exactly.
That's not what we're here for. So how would you sell it from that? What's your selling point?
I don't know. I just want
What's
to
your
have.
selling point to just leave Goldberg out of the translation, but you need some new blood. Even though he's an old star, he's a star. You still need a star. Where's the star?
Okay, you got a gimmick like Ricochet who does the one and only, right? Why not have the one and only do it?
Ricochet is a talented performer. Ricochet is tremendous. It goes right. Well, stop listening to me for a second. Ricochet is a great performer. He is amazing, no doubt in my mind. But is he Goldberg star level? In all honesty, don't lie to me. In all honesty, is he Goldberg star level? No. Okay. So you need star level. And you need stars at WrestleMania. No doubt, because Ricochet is, dude. I'm with you. I agree 100% what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. What separates Ricochet from Goldberg what makes him different in that light. Why is it? Because why is Ricochet not up?
Goldberg. Well, Goldberg's already built his legacy.
So he is a star already. So we need stars right now. So there's your star. Name the other stars out there that you can get right now. You need a star. You don't need a planet. You need a star. We need a star for that super show. And we need a star going into WrestleMania. The flux of the business today, guys, there's very few stars. That's where they're taking the stars from yesterday and putting them in there like Goldberg. I understand what you're saying. I certainly do. And I asked the same question. Why are you bringing Goldberg back? Oh, wait a minute. Because you need stars for WrestleMania. We just brought up Ricochet. Talented guy. Will be a star. But why is Ricochet not in the same orbit as Goldberg? Because he has built his reputation. Ricochet's still on the way building it. He's laying the groundwork. Talented as hell.
He doesn't have the charisma that Goldberg always.
Not yet. He doesn't.
Bro, Lucha Underground, Prince Puma. That is Ricochet.
WWE. What that's what I'm saying.
Ricochet.
Listen,
Show me that on WWE.
he's a star. Listen. Stop. Hear me out. Guys, shut up. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Lucha Underground. What else? What'd you say? Where else he been? Oh, Japan. Shit. Fuck yeah. Where's he at now?
WWE.
Okay. So why isn't he the same way there? No, I understand that. But why isn't he the same way like it was in Lucha Underground? Don't say you hadn't got a chance. Everybody gets a chance. Now, what's different? Does he come back confident? Does he know how to go and talk to the bookers? Does he know how to talk to people? Does he know how to make that relationship where they say, hey, man, I want to put this guy in that spot. He should be in that spot. He talks, he walks, he is that spot. But it's how you do backstage. It is how you present yourself, how you walk through your ring. I'm not saying he doesn't do all this stuff, because he's in the process of doing it. It's the process of becoming a star. But the way he was in Lucha Underground, the way he was in, where else was he? Where? Japan, and where else? That was it? Lucha Underground in Japan, right? He had a reputation.
NXT UK.
Who?
NXT UK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in NXT UK. So, but he's still building his legacy. He's still building that reputation. So you got this group here, this group here, this group here. Got over here. Now he's in the process of learning how to get over here. And there's a process. There's so many layers to it. How are you going to be a star? What makes him? I mean, if you saw him, what's special about him? Right? What is special about Ricochet?
Oh man.
Yes, exactly. You feel it, you get it. So why doesn't it translate? It's just like Aleister Black. He is incredible. I saw him on some shit from Sweden. You ever seen the Swedish stuff? Yeah. Why isn't he doing that here? Why isn't he getting over the same way here as he did over there? Because it's a different process. It's a different level of getting over. It's a different way of working and communicating and making people get into it and having that real estate time on TV. You know what I mean? TV time is valuable. That's why when you guys cut promos, if you have 2 minutes on TV to cut a promo or 1 minute to cut a promo, that's 1 minute of airtime to get you over and tell your story. That's what I mean. Goldberg, just look at him. The draft, everything, it looks the part. Ricochet, he looks the part. He's a superhero. He's more of the butterfly than Goldberg. Not that he's a butterfly, but we'll compare it. Goldberg, you automatically know. Star recognition. Ricochet, you're going to know him, and you know him, but it's not the same vicinity. It comes. AJ Styles, the same way years ago. AJ is tremendous. Hell, the wrestler of the decade. Yeah. In the main events. But he gained his reputation before he got back to WWE. We tried to sign him years ago. Didn't get signed. Years. I'm talking 20 years ago. And then he went through all these processes, all these different places, and got over like gangbusters. Came to WWE and learned how to play the game. Learned how to get over. And that's what you got to learn. That's what you got to understand. It is about playing the game. It is about learning how to work outside the ring as well. And getting what you want done. And thinking it's their idea. When manipulation.
That's when we say never stop working. That's what it means. Never stop working.
Always paying attention. It's a cynical way of looking at things sometimes, man.
So Brian, tell me that shit.
Correct. You are correct. But we have to know when. You have to know when and how to do it. Because sometimes if they don't know, or you don't have somebody on your side to let this person know. Brian Pillman attacked Vince, or didn't attack Vince, but did like a crazy man thing at the TV Napkin convention in Vegas. That's how he got hired. But he came over to Vince and started going off and doing crazy shit. Vince said, who the fuck is this guy? Never heard of him. JR told us this guy's working. He's trying to get out of his contract at WCW. He'd like to meet with us. So he had JR afterwards explain to Vince, because Vince was convinced the guy was out of his mind. Yeah. And later on it became, art imitating life imitating art. But that's what he did all the time. Brian Pillman was not a big guy, and Brian Pillman was actually still under contract WCW, and he was working them to actually have them really fire him, but it was a work because they're going to hire him back. He's going to still get paid. And he met with Vince. He got tired about WWF at that time, and he worked those guys into letting him get out of his contract, saying he's going to come back to his contract and really sign with the other company for more money. How brilliant is that?
Almost like some Marxists.
Which one?
I said almost like Marxists.
Almost. Yeah, different though.
Yeah.
Different way. But yeah, that kind of stuff. So Ricochet, I feel what you're saying about him, man, because he is a star, but he's not there yet. He's still, and once he gets that foundation under him and builds that reputation, he gets those other reps in. You saw the one with him and Ospreay, right? The match. I saw the spot first out of context. Yeah, but when you watch the whole match, it's kind of put in context, and they take their time, and they do tell a story. But if you just seen that one spot that went around on Twitter, and everybody's knocking it, saying, "Oh man, they're spot monkeys." They are spot monkeys. And I saw a match with Ospreay from Japan, where he told a story. The biggest part of the story I got, he went like this in the ropes. He went, no. He didn't throw the punch. He didn't throw the first strike. The other guy, the Japanese guy, threw the first strike. That was a subtle indication he was the heel. So Ospreay fought from the babyface side coming up. You know what I mean? It's that subtleness. He went like this. I'm not curious. No, I'm not going to throw the first punch. But this guy threw the first punch. It's a simple thing like that telling a story. And that's what you got to keep in mind. Everything you do out there means something. Everything, even the way you stand in the ring. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Whoever you are, whoever you believe you are, you got to be that the whole time. Not necessarily in the back, but somewhat in the back. And then you learn how to blend in, and you learn how to work, and you learn how to be able to talk to anybody and get done what you want done. You know what I mean? It's manipulation. It's a game. It's playing. You got 5 minutes? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a man here who's actually done open mic. He's actually done live comedy. He's actually done things in front of people. I'm going to give him an opportunity. 5 minutes of material. Right here in Battlezone Wrestling. In
Raleigh, Mississippi.
Raleigh, Mississippi.
Damn town is it?
CFN. Everybody wants to know right now what it's like riding a horse. Sometimes you get up on that horse. Sometimes you got a saddle. Sometimes you ain't got no saddle. Sometimes you're going bareback, right? You ain't got no. Looking at your options left and right. Indians to the left, and Cowboys to the right. Where you gonna go? With Campy Lean. Are you on the south? Or are you a thought? We're gonna find out if you can kill this audience right here. This man is captured. Right here, there, your captured audience right here. This man right here, Jimmy. There's a lot of things clicking behind that mind. Good damn evil genius. I got a feeling you and a lot of mischievous things as a child. You more than 5 back in July. Texas. Were you in Texas in July? I think you would. We'll get to the bottom of this in a minute. All right, come on. 5 minutes. By the ring, please. Come on. I really want you to see this, man. You guys get a chance to cut a promo anywhere. Who's cut a promo about events? Oh, nobody?
Who cut a promo on what?
Live events. Live events, like a live event.
Oh, like on TV?
House show.
Oh, wait, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why would anybody listen to you? 'Cause a lot of people out there say, "Hey, let me tell you something right now. Y'all shut up, you fat pig."
Oh, yeah.
The whole program. Yeah, well, that really works, right? Yeah, I'm gonna It's not good 5 minutes on. All right, you ready? You're under pressure now. Wow.
No, you got your own play. No pressure, kid. Hey, don't even look like kid in play.
All right, you ready?
How you doing? My name's Chase, and I hope y'all can bear with me. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I'm a comedian here. So, by show of hands, how many of y'all are wrestling fans? Really? Wow. All right, I'm in the wrong crowd. I've been a wrestling fan since I was about 2 years old. One of my favorite wrestlers in the world was The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I loved him. I want to be just like him when I grew up. I loved everything. His moves, his mannerism, his charisma, the way he looked. I loved every bit of that. My favorite holiday was Halloween. So, one day when I was one Halloween when I was about 7, 8 years old, my mom wanted to make it real special for me. So she said, "Chase, whatever you want to be, I'll make it happen." And I said, "Mommy, I want to be The Rock this year." And she says, "You know what? Not only are you going to be The Rock, you're going to be the best damn Rock there's ever been." So she went the whole 9 yards for me. She gave me the shades. She gave me the wife beater, the jeans, the Timbs. She went so far as to, now remember, it was a different time back then, she got bronzer to make me look just like Dwayne Johnson. So, Halloween night, 7, 8 years old, got her whole done up, decked up. She even drew the Brahma Bull on me. I went out there. I felt like the coolest guy in this world. Nobody can ruin the swagger that I had going on that night. I went door to door, buckets of candy, Reese's, Kit Kat, Crush Bars, every day I could want. I was happy as can be. After about a couple hours, went to a whole nother neighborhood outside of this because I lived in a small neighborhood at the time, so we went to a different one. Rang on the doorbell, real nice house, 2 stories, big white house, had pillars, looked like it was a real upscale place. Knocked on there, lady opened the door. I said, "Trick or treat!" And this old lady said, "Oh my gosh, are you Ray Charles?" No, I was not Ray Charles. I was supposed to be Dwayne Johnson. So do you know what I did to that lady? I politely said, "Yes, ma'am," and I got my one Reese's cup and cried all the way back home. The only thing that was more painful than that one experience I had that night was my mom scrubbing the bronzer off me later. How long was that?
That was like 3 minutes. Okay.
It felt longer to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but it could be longer. There you go.
It can always be longer.
Was that your routine?
No, I came up on the fly.
No, once you do your routine.
Oh, I couldn't remember it. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you
No, because I always revised my routines. I never really followed one. So each night it was different.
You can do a different one than that one?
I think I probably can.
I bet you can.
Oh God. All right.
Ready? 5.
I guess so.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. So I wasn't as you can tell, looking at me with the twisted hair, the blonde bun, I wasn't really the manliest guy growing up. Especially not during my adolescence years and middle school and high school. See, I actually grew up with 2 moms, so pretty much everything I was around, my surroundings were around women. I hung around them all the time. Most of my friends were girls. I hung around them. So while other guys were playing football, kickball, baseball, I was practicing my makeup. I was going shopping with friends. I was the guy that can tell you whether something was teal or turquoise. But when it came up, after I graduated 8th grade, something big happened to me when I went to high school. I went to an all-boys school. I went to an all-boys Catholic school. So a lot of things had to change if I were going to survive the next 4 years of my life. So, in order to get a little bit of bravado, a little bit of hair on my chest, I decided to do the manliest thing I could think of. Join a wrestling club. Because nothing says man like a bunch of adolescent boys in tight spandex rolling around for the best 5 minutes of your life. So, real funny story that I found out after I joined the wrestling club. I have asthma. I found out on the first day when the coach made us run levies on the outside. So while everybody was running up and down, dying already, heaving, I was in the coach's office saying, Coach, Jay, speak to me. What's wrong? You deaf? You can't speak? Spit it out, kid! Can I sit out of practice today? He's like, yeah, go hit the showers. So, knowing that after I had a debilitating health condition, but I always wasn't one to quit. So I had to figure out a way for me to keep pace with everybody else in the club. So I gave them all a staph infection. And after that day, I was their star player. For the next 6 months, nobody could touch me. Literally nobody could touch me. I was the only one in practice. I was the only one at meets. And each time I always came up with a gold medal in my division because there was nobody else that weighed 153 pounds at the time.
Okay. Good. Take your time. So, why the gold wrestling?
Oh, these are the shoes actually work in. The whole gimmick I have is actually, it's a play off of like the gorgeous George character. I come out with like a silver gear, all sparkling. I wear makeup, get my hair done up, and I just do it all just to get heel heat.
Gorgeous George character or gorgeous or makeup?
Well, no, that's why I added on to that.
Okay. What kind of makeup?
More like it ranges. Normally I do like silver, gold, pink, blue, pretty much all just feminine colors.
But like makeup or like gold makeup?
It's like cross between makeup and face paint. I never cover my full face. I always just do just a little bit here and there.
The David Bowie kind of face paint,
David,
Madonna,
yeah,
that type.
Yeah, that's exactly. Those are also the inspiration for it.
So, who made you want to be a wrestler?
Oh God. To be true, my first favorite wrestler was Kurt Angle.
Why?
Something about him. I think it was also during. It was back when he had hair. I just really loved he was had like a whole role model thing. The guy who went to the Olympics, he was strong as heck. Even like when he was goofy, he was still like someone tough and like someone to really be like threatened by. And I really looked up to that. He was like my version of Hulk Hogan.
My version. All right. Anybody have any questions, real quick? Perfect. Excellent.
I got one.
Yes.
What made you want to wrestle?
I think that's a daunting question to ask. Dark secret. Okay, let me watch. Listen. Well, maybe you want to wrestle. It's like places like this. They intimate stuff. When I was 4 years old, I remember seeing it. We had a black and white TV. I grew up in the 60s. And a small ring in a small studio, and guys running back and forth. And you go out and hear the announcers talk about this guy just got back from Japan, this guy just got back from Australia, this guy got back from some exotic place. And you had these crazy guys coming in the ring. You had Terry Funk, Glory Funk Sr., Jr., Dick Murdoch, Dusty Rhodes, these guys come in the ring. The Infernos, these two guys in blue masks. I didn't know they were blue until we got to go to the Coliseum in El Paso and see it in El Paso, Texas. Pelham, Mississippi. Shit state, shit place to be. I mean, they got these buildings, just old Coliseum, and you walk into it, and you look around. As a kid, man, I mean, they had the matches on Monday night, so I didn't get to go much. My dad, I remember my mom and dad took us, I think, 3 times in El Paso. When we got to Houston when I was 10 years old, we got to go every Friday night. And every time we walked in the building, I remember going to El Paso Coliseum. It was a shit Coliseum. They had one of those things like behind here. I told Chris yesterday, I said, in El Paso, they called those the judging arena. You bring your cows, bring your horses, whatever, the judging arena. Right back, if the Coliseum was booked on a Monday night, they say match was going to be held in the judging arena behind the Coliseum. And you'd have these larger-than-life, colorful characters come to the ring, and they never broke kayfabe. They always were in character, no matter when you saw them. But it's different day, different era. You had this team called the Infernos. They had blue masks, blue tights, everything else from Europe. They were managed by J.C. Dykes, Esquire. Anybody know what Esquire means? Oh, you're a guess. Yeah, J.C. Dykes, Esquire. Red hair. And I know he had red hair because we want to see him live. Black and white TV, going to see these larger-than-life characters live. One of the first matches I remember, there was a guy named Gypsy Joe Rosario. And he used to jump around the ring all the time in a circle. One of the matches live that we went to, I'll never forget this, he was jumping outside the ring. They didn't have a barricade like that, they had a little tiny rope around the ring. A guy from about the 4th row ringside stood up and threw his chair at him, Gypsy Joe. Missed him. He threw his chair at him, stood there like, you son of a bitch! People got so involved in it because the heels were heels. But the Infernos, going back to these guys, masked from Europe, managed by J.C. Dykes, Esquire. And one of the Infernos had about 2 inches built up on his boot because he was born with one leg shorter than the other. That's an orthopedic boot. Sometimes in the match he'd have to tap that toe, get some circulation going. And sure as shit, he'd come over and kick that babyface right in the head, go down, and all of a sudden that babyface was either knocked out or he'd come up with a crimson mask of blood all over him, man. He's going, holy shit. And then he'd pin the guy, and then he'd have to tap his heel. Get the circulation going, you know, that's why. And the referee would come over and they'd say, hey, check that boot. He'd check, and there was nothing there. See, I'm loaded. Loaded. Gotta unload it. Can't walk around with a loaded boot now. J.C. Dykes could throw fire. He threw fire, man. I saw that live in El Paso too. He threw fire, burned the guy. Actual burns on the face. You know how they got the burns on the face back then? They didn't do makeup. They actually took sandpaper and rubbed their cheek. Actually made it burn. Actually got the skin off. So if people saw them in public, they said, damn, it's real. That's the extent they went to. Well, the Infernos also, J.C. Dykes had a whistle to blow to give us guys signals during the match. And wouldn't you know those son of a bitch fans would bring whistles too? They'd blow whistles and mess them up in the match. He'd get hit in the spot. Boom, boom, oh shit. And they'd fix that. JC brought a flashlight. Give them like Morse code. People started bringing their own flashlights. You got flashlights, you got whistles, you got all this activity going on. And then you had the guys going for the mask. You had them trying to lace the boot, try to get that off, try to take the mask off. And eventually the babyface would get the boot off. And then you have this man tag or tag team match, and the babyface would wear a loaded boot. And they'd get some revenge. Then they had another team 20 years after World War II. Does everybody know about World War II? Everybody know about Hitler and the Nazis? Everybody know about the Jewish extermination they went through and did? Okay. 20 years after that, which really isn't a whole lot of time, they had two big, bald German guys in El Paso, Texas. You gotta remember, El Paso, Texas. It's Texas. Y'all think Mississippi has rednecks, and they do. Texas has their own share of rednecks. And we're a special breed of rednecks. Away from Texas. Everything Texas. Look at one. You had two big, bald German guys who would wear the sashes, the swastika, sometimes the Iron Cross, and a fella as their manager. Wore a fedora, black suit, black tie. His name was Gentleman Saul Weingroff. Jewish. 20 years after World War II, a Jewish manager with these two big German guys in the 1960s. And that was real heat because it was real. And they never let you in or know anything different. That's why I watched it, because it pulled me in. Let me tell you a story real quick too. This is how I got smartened up pretty much for the most part. So I'm watching El Paso wrestling every afternoon. And there's a guy named Grizzly Smith. Anybody know who Grizzly Smith is? Yeah. Jake Roberts' dad. He was 7 foot, a legitimate 7 foot. He had red hair too. Had a big beard. He was a Kentuckian. He was a country man. Came across that country jeans and the rope belt and everything else. He had a cast iron stomach. Houdini used to do a trick where you could punch him in the stomach. He just prepared for it as a gimmick. And Grizz had the same kind of gimmick. Grizz would come out and say, I don't care who you are, you can kick me, punch me as hard as you can. Hell, I don't even care if you get a 15-foot ladder come off on it. You cannot hurt my stomach. Very next week on TV, Harley Race. You guys ever heard of Harley Race? Yeah. Just check it. Harley Race came out and said, hey, I got my ladder out here, you coward. Where are you? And one thing you never did back then is you didn't call anybody a coward to wrestle and get away with it. So the next break, here comes Grizz. All right, we'll do it. They set up this ladder in this small TV studio. It's all the way in the lights. They have two guys come out and hold the ladder on each side. Grizzly lays down on the mat. Harley climbs the ladder, gets to the top, he holds the lights, he messes with the TV lights up here. He gets set, and the announcer is Baby Doll's dad, Nick Roberts. He says, ladies and gentlemen, we need complete silence. Complete silence. And everybody's quiet. Harley's getting up ready. He jumps off the ladder and comes with his knee across Grizzly's neck. And Grizz's tongue hangs out and he's quivering. And they're going, oh my God! Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we need an ambulance. Not an ambulance, an ambulance. And the people in the crowd, the people in the studio are going nuts. And they call for the ambulance, and Harley comes over to Nick Roberts and says, hey, it's not my fault, it's those goofs holding the ladder, ha ha ha. And walks off, we're going, oh my God. I can't believe what you've done, Harley Race. Ladies and gentlemen, we need an ambulance. And they open the back door of the studio, they bring Grizz out, they put him on the stretcher. First time I'd ever seen that, first time anybody's seen that. Grizzlies. Nick Roberts said, we don't know what's going to happen to Grizzly Smith. His career's over. Oh my God. We don't know if he's crushed his windpipe. What might happen? and they take him off. So we've got to move to Houston now. My dad's got a better job. We moved from El Paso to Houston. During this time, what happens with Grizzly Smith getting injured, we don't know what's going to happen, and I got to know what's going to happen. So we had a friend of ours, a friend of my mom's, going to take out the newspaper clippings and send them to me every week. That's how we learned about wrestling back then. And she did. And they would give you an update on Grizzly Smith's condition. So we moved to Houston. We find some new wrestling. Johnny Valentine, Wahoo McDaniel, Jose Lothario, Gary Hart, The Spoiler. New wrestling in Houston. We're there about 2 months. We start hearing that Grizzly Smith is going to be coming back to Houston to get revenge on Johnny Valentine for coming off the second rope onto his neck with his bionic elbow. At about the same time, Grizzly was returning to El Paso to get revenge on Harley Race, coming off the ladder onto his neck in El Paso. And it happened at the same time. There was no internet back then, so if you were in El Paso and what happened here, you really wouldn't hear about it unless you had some inside telephone calls or whatever. That just wasn't how the world worked. But I started thinking, there might be something to it. Okay, my dad always told me, says you can't hit a guy 5 times in the face and not have a mark on him. You can't. It's impossible. Well, when I learned that, and I thought, these guys go from town to town. Another gimmick they used to do. There was a guy named Professor Boris Malenko, Dean Malenko's dad. He would go into the territory, and the guy, the babyface, would nail it, boom, in the mouth. And he had dentures. He would spit his dentures in the air, and he would come down on the mat. The babyface would look at him. Malenko would be selling, babyface look, and people would see it, and they go, oh my God, because that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, the guy hit him, boom, dentures flew out, right? Fell on the mat. The babyface would look at him. People would look, he'd hear the crowd. He'd look around. And they'd go, oh my God. He'd go. And stomp him, man. Run him, and they'd pop, and Malenko would come up and boom, they'd do the finish, whatever it is. Malenko did it in Houston, he did it in Florida, he did it in Georgia, he did it in Carolina, he did it wherever they went. Because it was real. Maybe it happened as an accident the first time, and you went with it, whatever it may be. You lose your teeth, that's not supposed to happen. You do something unexpected, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Does anybody remember when LT did the deal with Bam Bam?
Yes.
Bam Bam? Did you remember seeing it? Did you remember thinking it was real?
Well, at that time, it was before my time, so I knew it was fake.
What do you mean fake?
I mean, not.
What are you trying to say fake? Well, what's fake? We mean fake.
Okay.
That'd be a lesson to you. So anyway, but nobody told anybody what was going to happen. Nobody told anybody about Mike Tyson. I mean, you knew, but at the same time, Mike Tyson coming to wrestle ring like that. Lost. They didn't tell everybody what's going on. Boom, boom. There it is. But everybody wanted to see the baddest man on the planet. What made Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet? Huh? Knocking everybody out. He was a legit boxer, man. He was a legit badass. But was he the baddest man on the planet? Buster Douglas beat him one night. Buster Douglas beat him before he was supposed to be a special referee in WrestleMania in Tokyo. Buster Douglas was just a journeyman. Buster Douglas hadn't been a champion before. He's fighting Mike Tyson. One punch, one two. Huh? You what? Your dog does have his day. Pretty much, that's what I'm saying. But when that happened, Tyson's, I think it was the next month, he's supposed to be the referee at WrestleMania. I don't remember all of it. Maybe? Probably. Whatever it was.
Yoko, maybe.
One of those big matches.
Was it Hulk and Yoko? What it ended up being? I don't remember.
No, it was, anyway, whoever it was, WWE got a hold of them, got a hold of the manager and said, listen, man, we're looking for world boxing champions. And so Buster took Mike's payday and took the spot. Shit like that still makes you a wrestling fan. shit like that still, if you're a wrestling fan, you'll know it. If you love this business, you'll know it. Because you'll do anything and everything to be a part of it. You'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll know it inside. To be honest, your honest feelings will come out. You're honest if you know you love this for nothing else. For nothing else, man. I know the trips are long, especially now. And I think back, when I first started, it was territories. You had places to go different times. Now it's a little harder, but it's also a little bit easier because you have independent groups around here that you can go to and you can be a part of. But you have to make the trips. You have to do it. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of catch-22. You have to have a job. You have to support yourself. But you got to get your name out there. How do you do that? It ain't easy. It's 24 hours in a day. How do you use them? I get it. People have like 12-hour jobs. People have long, long days. But it doesn't just appear. You have to do the work. Why do you love it today? I asked that yesterday. What got you into it? What did you see that got you into it?
Actually, it's, I guess, I don't want to say it's attention, but the attention that Heels and Face gets from people. It's just I like the dynamic of working the crowd.
Right.
I said, whatever you're getting booed, whatever you're getting cheered, I work heel and face for different promotions, and each feeling is a different feeling, but at the same time you crave it.
What's the biggest building you've worked with? Biggest building, that crowd building.
Chalmette Civic Center.
Where's that at?
In Chalmette, Louisiana.
Civic Center?
Yeah, it was like 3,000 people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, a little bigger than that. But this is the kind of buildings when we started out at. This is where you cut your teeth. This is where you get a chance, because this is where you're going to have the real fans. We're going to want to cheer you, boo you, give you something to work off of, because they know you're starting to. Plus, the people that come see you appreciate it even more, I think. That's why they're giving you a little more encouragement, whether it's booing, cheering, or at least just coming out and supporting. And that's why you want to give them the best performance you can. As a babyface, you can be a superhero, you know that, right? But you got to believe it. You know, you can't say, well, this is how I'm supposed to act. No, this is how I'm going to act. This is what you really do, right? Do what? Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. For a babyface to always come forward, be that guy. You're not afraid. For a heel, it's not that you're a chicken shit. It's just a man. Why are you a heel? A heel is just a guy who can wrestle too. A heel has a reason for everything he does. He justifies what he does. He doesn't have to cheat, but this guy might be a little quicker. This guy might get a little more advantage in the match right off the bat. So that's why you're cheating. That's why you're throwing a punch. That's why you're doing something. It's not just because, you know, I hate my country and don't want to piss on your grave or something. That's real simple. Like, hey, yo, bitch, shut up out there. I hate every one of you. That's easy. That's cheap eating. But to really make them go, oh, shit, wait, to get behind you and boo you, that's where your talent comes in. That's what you got to think. That's why you got to understand who you are. And a lot of it is about wearing what you wear. Hey, who had to cut a promo? Come on in.
Have mercy.
I am a rich gimmick where I'm egotistical. I have more money than anybody. I don't need to listen to anybody. I do what I want because I'm better than you. I was born into money.
All right. You have 1 minute to tell me that.
You know, as I come in here and I look around and I think about the kind of people that I'm looking at, I think about the kind of people who sit in these seats and look over at me.
We got a hard camera over here. Go to the hard camera. Start over. Wait. Let's start. So we got the hard camera. Don't put all four sides. Okay, got the hard camera here. Ready? Let's go.
As I come out here and I look around at all the people who sit in these seats, who come up and watch me, because you know you're here to see me, it's safe to say, I think it's pretty clear to say, you, all of you watching me, don't have a dime to your name. You spend all your money to come out here, buy this ticket, come see me, but you look at what I wear, you think this is just simple stuff, right? You think you can buy it at your everyday Walmart, your everyday department store? Well, you're wrong. See this? See this? Not only does it breathe, not only does it form to my leg, this is bulletproof. And that's a true story. You can shoot me right in this leg. All it's going to do is leave a welt. It's amazing, isn't it? And you know why I buy things like this? You know why I could do this? Because I was born into money. I'm rich and I'm better than you. And the best part about our current economy is the poor get poorer, which tickles me pink, honestly, and the rich get richer. So I could spend more money on things like this that I don't necessarily need while you're struggling to feed your family, while you're wondering how you're going to make ends meet, while you're wondering, oh, am I ever going to get that promotion? Am I ever going to reach the promised land when I've already been there?
Like that? Okay. Tell me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute on powdered milk. Powdered milk. 5, 4.
You know what I love? You know what's my number one thing that I can't get enough of? Powdered milk. In the can. I'll buy it in the can. I'll buy them in droves, man. I'll go into the store and I'll get like the carts, the biggest carts I can find, and I'll just stock it and stock it and stock it. I'll stock it till they're falling out of the damn cart. And I'll go home, and first thing I can think of is, ooh, I can't wait to light up my stove, pour my milk into my pot, and I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it like it's God, like I'm seeing God. And as soon as it's done, I take that pot off and I get that smell. Oh man. I get my cup, I pour it in, and I take my time. I don't rush. I walk over to my chair, I sit down, and I caress my cup. I feel the warmth off my cup, and I'll take that one little sip. That one little sip that makes everything in the world seem brighter, that makes all the bad things in the world seem to go away, and it makes me feel like $1 million, $1 million. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. So what I need everybody here to do right now is to go home or go to the store and then go home and try this milk, because I'm going to tell you, it's the most amazing thing on the planet. It's awesome. When you come back here, you will thank me. And yeah.
One more time. Tell me a joke.
Watch your time cues. Doc's over here trying to give you time cues, and he gives you a minute. If you go over, if you're on TV and you go over, that's your ass, man. You have to stay on time. That's one of the biggest things. Not just a promo. If it's a segment, you got a 7-minute match, whatever it is, you have to be aware of your times. So he's going to give you cues. So he's giving you the countdown. He'll give you the 30. Then he's going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2. When he starts giving you the cues, you got to start thinking, I got to get to the end of this. I got to know where I'm going to where I can shut it down. So watch your cues.
Trying to come to the back. They got a tag match coming up against the New Day, and they're trying to get backstage at Raw. But you don't have a clue who they are. You've got to convince him to let you in. You have a big tag match against the New Day tonight on Raw, and you're telling them, "I'm sorry, sir, you need to see your manager. I'm not familiar." But I'm Fergus Stephen Haberford. I'm the biggest strong man you ever done seen. Don't you know who I am? Look at this body, son. Don't you know I'm somebody? Can't you tell I'm somebody? I need to get in. We got a very important match tonight. Yeah, any ideas, sir? Hey, let me handle this, man. Look, you seem like a really nice guy, but we got big tag team match tonight. It's against New Day. You know who New Day is? Oh, yeah, they're one of my favorite teams of all time. Well, listen, we're about to be your favorite team of all time because we're going to have to get in there. We got to beat their butts, and we're going to get the tag team championship. Now, will you please let us in? You have any idea, sir? You know what I mean? And then you go, look here. I think there's miscommunication. I think we have a breakdown in communication. Now, you gonna let us in, or you're gonna be world perfect. Yeah. If you don't let us in, you're gonna be more than in the world perfect. So that's the idea. You're gonna have a minute to 2 minutes just to try and see. And then you know when you get to 2 minutes, if you're not done, start wrapping it up. Do what you think you would do. Do what you think would be entertaining. Okay? Got it? So here you are. You're gonna have 1 to 2 minutes. I'm gonna cut it off at 2. All right, so wait, I'll give you a countdown. So you just sit here at the door, guarding the door. They're gonna come up, they gotta get in. 5, 4.
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm Geo Savage. This is my partner here. We gotta face the little thing.
Hold on.
What you doing, brother?
Hold on.
What you doing, brother? Hold on, man. Don't take me.
Y'all can't go back there. That's where all the wrestlers and all are.
What you mean? We are wrestling.
Okay. Y'all have some ID on y'all.
ID?
Yeah. Who told y'all to be here?
Who
told y'all to be here?
My bag is in the back.
Okay.
Didn't you call Vince?
Who's your boss, young man? Who's your boss?
My boss.
Your boss knows who I am.
All right.
How much do you make, young man?
Not enough.
I bet I'm going to make more tonight than you're going to make all year. So what's going to
happen? You can make more money than I do.
Through this door.
I can make more money than I do.
We're going to go beat the New Day.
Okay. Look, I know who the New Day is. I like the New Day.
But do you know who we are?
Come on, man.
That's the point.
Here's the thing. I don't know you two.
It doesn't matter. If you know
I have been told that
you
anybody's
gonna find out
through
tonight.
here.
No, do you see this man's beard? Do you see this man's beard?
I think we got off the wall. Is there anyone that you can call in the back and get our information?
I can try to call somebody to see if y'all are supposed to be here. If I can get y'all IDs.
Go.
My
bag.
We're
I understand.
I
I understand.
This is a title match for us.
The sooner y'all can cooperate, the sooner we can get
We
out.
are cooperating. Hey, don't raise your hand at me.
This guy.
I am a professional wrestler. I make $1 million a year. Now, if you're gonna block my way and block me from my money, we got a problem.
I'm gonna need some backup over here at E3. We got these two guys that are being kind of rowdy.
I'm sure it'll get straightened out. I'm sure.
Okay, good. That's what I thought you could call on or something. Yeah, Chuck, we need a little help down here, please. Don't worry. Come on down there. Good guys. Yeah, about 4. Good. All right, good job. All right, come here, Sarge.
There we go. Come on, Sarge. Oh, come on. Let's make fun of Sarge. I know.
All right, Sarge. Here's the deal. You were wanting a match for a long time. You're just begging for opportunity. Right? You're begging for an opportunity to be on Raw. Just one shot's all you need. You guys walking up. So you're looking for a shot on Raw, is that right? You want to wrestle on Raw? We got just the thing for you. In fact, we make wishes come true. My nephew here, Jamie, he wants a shot on Raw too. Now, if you think you can go through him, you can have an opportunity. Yeah? Well, I don't know who you two think you are, but my name's Sergeant Jones. And I don't care who you think it is. I'll be more than happy to meet you, son. Let's do it. We'll do it. But you're going to be sorry if you ever step in the ring with Jamie. We'll find out. Jamie, you just sit there and forget. Alright? So you sitting over here, there's a camera right there. So you guys can come in like this. So you sitting here and tell me. You guys come from that side. He's telling me, all I want's a match on Raw. I'm just asking for that thing. When he does that, and you see me start going like, yeah, but you guys walk up and say, and look at them now, okay? Are you ready? 5, 4.
Look, all I want is a match on Raw. Why can't I get a match? Come on.
Well, I can only tell you this: the match on Raw is going to cost $9.
Hey, man! You want a match? You think you're good at? No. Right here, boy. You think you got an opportunity? You think you're good enough? If you can beat my man right here, Jamie, then maybe you'll get on Raw. But guess what? That ain't happening, pimp. That's not how this is going down. But like I said, you want a shot? It's right here.
Him?
Yeah, I said him.
Tweedleneck over here?
Tweedleneck pop your head in.
I've beaten bigger guys in my sleep. You really think that this Tweedleneck can stand a chance in the ring against me?
Let me tell you something. The only thing you beaten in your sleep is sheep. My man right here, Jamie, he's gonna beat you from corner to corner to corner to corner. And I guarantee you, you ain't getting on Raw. Not tonight, not ever.
Guarantee. Well, how about this? Let's do it. Tonight, Tweedleneck, me, Sergeant Schultz. Winner gets that opportunity next week.
I would say knock his neck off, but he ain't got one.
Cut. All right, good.
That was a good television.
Jamie, that was an amazing promo. Jamie, that was real talking.
Frank. Frank.
I swear to God, I thought it was Jamie's house.
Oh, yeah. Time to learn, man. Exactly.
You heard that time I said,
what do I need to study? What I need to study? Look around. See what's behind you. See what's right. You're talking about life, man.
Okay, with that voice, he could be a villain. Let's be real.
I'm gonna take
hey, I thought you was going somewhere else.
You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe it. You gotta just believe it, man. You gotta get mad. You gotta get pissed. You gotta get angry. You got the truth. I've been trying to tell you. I was wrong. I didn't think they did, but they do know. They want you to be good. They want you to be great, man. You gotta listen to them.
You're giving him a pep talk.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right, like, his thing is staring at him like, we want him to wrestle, so we're wrestling. You're trying to talk me about him to wrestle me, so you don't have to fight. So you're giving him a pep talk for life. You can do it, man. I've been watching you, I've seen you, I've heard the people, I've heard when you come out, I've heard the cheers. They love you, man. You gotta listen to them. You can do it. I'm telling you. You really think I can do it? I don't think you can do it. Hell, I know you can do it. I've seen you do it in bits and pieces, but all you got to do is just put it all together, man. I'm telling you, it's there. I'm trying to get you, it's there. It's pep talking.
You've been wrestling 14 years. You've seen this guy, right? And I know he's coming to you for advice. Man, I don't know everything, but one thing I do know. Stand right there. 5. Stand right there now. Face the mark.
What's up, man? You ready? Huh? What? For this opportunity. Come on, man. The biggest night, right here, live, right here. This match, are you ready? For what? The opportunity, tonight, right here. The match of your life, the match that can get you a job. Are you ready? Oh, you can do this. Come on, man. You gotta look. Just close your eyes. Okay? Imagine the people screaming your name. Come on, they believe in you. If they believe in you, believe in yourself, bro. I can do this. I know you can do this. Come on, man. Just all you gotta do is just look at the camera and be confident. Come on, bro. I mean, listen to the people. If they have faith in you, you gotta have faith in yourself. I got faith in you. Can you do this? Come on, man. Pick your head up. Pick your head up high and say, I can do this. I can do it. You can do this. Come on. Do it like you mean it.
I can do it.
There you go.
I can do it. I can do it.
There you go.
Yeah. It's over 9,000.
Yeah, that's all right. Stay here, Frankie. Good job. All right.
Okay, Frankie.
You're out.
How was my time, yo? Run a cut for PC.
Whatever you want to do, got a problem. How many Frankie to Frankie? I want time. Yeah. Son of the ring.
All right, they gave us a minute there.
Huh?
They gave us 1 minute there.
Got 1 minute. All right. Here you go. Stand right there. Don't move. Just stand. Don't walk back and forth. Okay. Stand right there. Ready? So you got 30 seconds and 15. Okay. Ready? 5, 4.
15 years. 15 years to get right here, the WWE and Frankie T. An opportunity that could change my life, that could change everybody's life forever. You ask yourself though, why? Why me? Why this guy? Is it this amazing looking smile? This incredible looking body? Hell, I mean, check this tan out. Do you realize how hard it takes, how much work it takes to look this damn good? Or maybe, just maybe, it's the fact that I am from the great state of Alabama, baby, where we do nothing but year after year win championships. And that is exactly what you're looking at, a true champion. And that's exactly why Frankie T is nothing less, nothing short, but anything but perfect.
And that's the bottom line. LSU.
You had 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, we didn't have to go the whole. They said with 340 and
feel that minute. If they give you a minute, that's your time to sell yourself. Why would you cut yourself 10 seconds short? If you got a camera, every damn second you have is a commercial for you.
Yeah. Slow down. Take your time. So you've got a whole minute to sell yourself.
To sell your soul.
Good.
Try not to get too happy, baby.
5, 4.
15 years.
Stop.
To get.
Can you do another one? Like a different promo altogether?
I can try.
Like,
I rehearsed that one.
I know you did. Yeah, that's why I do. Did I have an opportunity to say, you never stop and think where opportunities are going to come from in life. You never really stop and think about where you're going to end up in life. Is it the right time now? Is this my time now? I say yeah. After 15 years of toiling and working my heart out, I'm finally here. I finally have the opportunity to show everybody in the WWE what a real winner is. Coming from Alabama, we all feel a little bit special because we are. We don't lose. That's what we do when we step in the ring. We don't lose. Something you may not be used to. And once I step in the ring, once you get to look at me, once you get to see what I am, you're going to get used to it because I'm going to be around for a long time. just something different. Because you did rehearse it. I get it. Now I want to feel something from your heart. Bray Wyatt would sit around and he'd say, hey, if you believe in him, you believe in me. Do I have all the answers? No, I don't, but I'll give you an answer you need. You may not want it, but you need an answer. You want a question, I'll give you the way. It doesn't matter what I say, it's how I say it, when I say it, why I say it.
Here we go. About to finish.
What's that?
The last minute. You said y'all said take use all 10 seconds. Use all of it.
Use it all.
Use all of it, yes.
This is 30.
Well, yes, I'm going to count down. Did I
This is
count down?
15.
Yeah, okay.
And your 10, 9's out.
Okay, so this is 30. Got it? And I'll count you. Center of the ring. Okay, 5, 4.
Just 2 days ago, I was at the PC. An opportunity that was there, that was mine. But what happened? The coronavirus. They sent me home over a virus, something that's not even affecting me, something that I have no control over, something that I don't even have, really? But I'm going to tell you exactly who I am. That's Frankie T. I'm going to tell you exactly what I tend to do, and that is to go back in 2 months, show them and show everybody else there exactly why I am the best and exactly why I deserve to be there. And no virus, nothing, absolutely nothing will stop me from delivering, and I'm lost. So.
It's okay. It's okay. Just keep going.
Yeah. Just keep going on it. Don't, even when you get lost. Guys, if you ever get lost in a promo, all you gotta do is go.
Just take that second, man, and stop and let it breathe. It's just like, it's the little stuff like that in between that gets everything over even more.
Who knows who Thunderbolt Patterson is? You know T-Bolt?
We old.
Huh?
We're old. We old back here, boss.
We old. You know T-Bolt? Yeah. Anybody else know T-Bolt? Thunderbolt Patterson.
That's shocking.
I think I may have seen a video, but that's, yeah.
Thunderbolt Patterson's one of the guys I grew up watching too in El Paso, Texas, Houston, Texas. Anybody know Dusty Rhodes? Because Dusty Rhodes took Thunderbolt Patterson and made it the American dream. Without Thunderbolt, I don't know that it would have been Dusty. There would still be Dusty, but he took a lot from Thunderbolt. I mean, him when T-Bolt would get rolling and he would talk and tell you a story, he'd go, he forgot what he was gonna say, but he went like this. Sometimes I get so mad. Sometimes I just get so passionate about what I'm gonna do. Sometimes I just gotta stop. And I say, thank you for another day to be able to talk to each and every one of you out there and tell you that I am your next hope. Now what you was gonna say, because I know you got the story on your mind. Now you got 14 years behind you, and you gotta look at it from the veteran's point of view, and you gotta stand up there with that veteran's attitude. You gotta stand up there and say, listen, 2 days ago, I had an opportunity fall in my lap. Now, 2 days ago, I was there at the PC Center, and then the coronavirus hit, and then I had to go home. Well, let me tell you why I had to go home. Because I had to go home, and because the coronavirus was gonna hit. That's about what it sounded like. Same thing. Instead of like, hey, I've had the biggest opportunity dropped in front of me right now that I'm so anxious and can't wait to get and prove to everybody that after 14 years of going up and down the roads, getting in rings that I weren't sure if they're gonna fall down once I stepped in it. Once we started wrestling, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna get paid that night. I wasn't sure how I was gonna make it home, but it all led me here. It all led me here. And finally, prove to everybody who said I couldn't that I can. Whoever said I wouldn't, that I will. To everybody said that I can't. Everybody didn't believe it. And looked at me like, oh, you? Yeah, me. Sure as hell ain't you. It's me standing right here before you today. It's me telling each and every one of you looking at me who said that I never would, never could, never will. You're wrong.
opportunity's mine. And I'll make every minute of it count. You're telling me a story. That's going one step, and I'm not saying the coronavirus, but you're telling me a story about you. 14 years, man, up and down that road. 14 years it led you here. You got a path you traveled that whole time, man. Nobody knows what it's like to travel that path. Nobody had the balls to get in the car and do what I did. Nobody had the balls to walk in the buildings I walked into. Nobody had the balls to step in the ring with the men that I stepped in.
It's real. It's your life and you can feel it. And so you don't have to try to...
Right.
To get those points across. Just tell that story, man.
Dude, I've never welded anything in my life. But I know it's hot, sweaty, hard work. Whew, take that off. Bam. Why am I doing this? It pays good. That's about it. Nobody likes to sweat. Somebody has to. Go around, don't they? Nobody likes to sweat, but somebody has to make your life easier. You're living an easier life because of men like him who would weld a bridge so you don't go over and fall down in the ocean and die. Right. You know what I mean? Make it as fucking ridiculous as you can where people go, what did you just say? I just said that jelly donuts is the best one in the damn dozen donuts that you got last night. And I ate it. You know why? Because I like jelly donuts. And there ain't nothing you could do about it. Ain't nothing and you ain't damn sure ain't gonna do nothing. Because tonight, when I stepped across the ring from you, I don't even want to wrestle no more. But you made me want to come out and wrestle. You know why? Because I seen your attitude last night and I said, I'm gonna punch that son of a bitch right in the face. I punched 3 of the hills last night, I potated every one of them, except one. You know what I'm saying? Tell me a story. Right? 14 years, man, nobody's walked your walk. Nobody's walked the course. Nobody has. But not like, hey, I've walked here, you haven't. 14 years. Put inflection in your voice. Come up, come down, low. Ready?
Nobody believes in you but you.
5.
14 years.
Stop. 14 years. 14 years. Well, not 14 years. I went around here and I did this and I did that. And tomorrow I'm going to do tomorrow. And today I'm going to do today. And the next day I'm going to do the next day. And one more time, it doesn't matter what I say because I'm staying here at the same voice. I'm staying here at the same level. And nobody's going to listen to a word I say. Instead of saying, when I look back on the road I've traveled, I've got to ask myself, did you really come out all right? I mean, did you really come out all right? Now, maybe Frankie T got a few bumps and bruises on the line, and maybe he's not the most genuine guy you want to talk to all the time. I think that goes back to my attitude about life, my attitude about everything, about attitude about everybody who said to me, you know what I mean? Here. Don't start out here. Ready? Sure you are. 5, 4.
Long weekends, long nights, traveling up and down the road, small shows, big shows. 14 years to get here. To get to this point in my life where I have a chance, an opportunity in 2 months to go back to a place that could change my life forever. Now, 14 years is a very, very, very long time to bust your ass, to travel, to kill the gym, to get told no, you're not good enough, or to do this, or to drop a few more pounds, or to get in better shape, or don't eat this, or don't eat that. But in 2 months, everybody that told me no, everybody that told me get in better shape, I'm gonna personally prove each and every one of you guys wrong, that I deserve to be here, and I am here.
Good. Yeah, do one more like that. Same thing. Think about it like this, man.
14 years on. 14, nobody understands that. Nobody understands. So, sometimes you have to ask yourself, what makes a man? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, can you live up to those expectations? After 14 years of my life, sacrificing, bleeding, sweating, falling down, getting back up, I ask myself, what is a man? And what is a man made of? Can I withstand what needs to be done? Can I withstand the pressure? Can I withstand all the criticism? I not only say yes, but hell yes. I not only say watch me, but I say you better watch me, because you have no idea what's about to unleash on you. I have an opportunity in my life. I don't know where the future's going to take me.
We about to open the door.
I don't want to do it right now. That's me.
We open the door in 15.
When do you need to finish?
We open doors in 15.
Dude, let's go. I thought it was 6.
No, you good. You good.
We're done. Hey, guys, if there's any questions, I'll be around again tonight.
Hey,
If I'm watching the match, I'm not being an asshole. I'm just trying to pay attention to what's going on. I got to stay around to see the show, whatever. I'll see you guys. I didn't get to watch the girls' match last night, so I didn't love it. They kind of asked me about it. I know what it was great. So if they didn't get to see some shit, I'm not going to tell you, yeah, I saw it. So I'm just trying to watch the matches. If he asks me about it, I promise later on. I'll even try to make those stuff, but I got to do everything. Anyway, thank you guys.
Everybody, Tom, appreciate you.
Yes, my crew.
Yes. All right, so to everybody that took the seminar the last 2 days, since I fucked up the house shit, and I'm taking the blame for fucking up the house shit, September 5th, we got Devon here. I'm paying for all y'all to do the seminar, so it's on me. So it's on me. Y'all get with me, and I'm gonna plug y'all in. And you know, if it's just this group, it's just this group. But Devon's on me for y'all.
Yeah, thank you.